This card's stupid good. At the beginning of your upkeep, the Ring Tempts You, so it's really easy to get to level 4 of the Ring really early in the game, which is busted. And if that weren't enough, you can just draw an extra card every turn by paying 2 life. Really dumb magic card. Really dumb magic card. Ooh, 5-color Tom Bombadil, let's go. Oh, probably a Mordor Muster here. Erkenbrand's really strong in like red-white, but red-black we'd have to rely on the 2 mana make 2 humans thing, which is worse. I like Mortar Muster. Cheap way to get a creature out real quick. Make it a ring bearer with Call of the Ring, all that stuff. Fiery Inscription, again, really good in red-blue, but Call of the Ring is a super strong card, so I'm kind of locking onto black as hard as I can early. So the tiebreaker goes for black over these red cards. Because, like, Inscription is basically a blue-red-gold card. Erkenbrand is basically a red-white-gold card. Not only that, even if they weren't quote-unquote functional gold cards, they wouldn't be in a color that I'm, like, 90% to play, and I'm 90% to play black if I start with Call of the Ring. I'll take that. Sorry, Tom Bombadil believers. I'm not going to try to draft a 5-color Saga deck. I don't think that's something that's going to happen too often. This pack sucks. Ambush is a fine combat trick. We could just take that and cut black. But overall, this pack is garbage. Isolation's okay interaction. Took Reaper's an okay 2-drop. Warbeast is an okay 5-drop. But none of these are cards you want to take pick 3. And many of these cards are cards you never want to take, like Gimli's Axe, Stone of Eric, Brandywine Farmer, Knights of Dol Amroth, Inherited Envelope. Warbeast is pretty reasonable. Isolation's pretty reasonable, but I'm just going to hard cut black for now. Ash of the Balrog still hard cuts black. And it's actually a pretty great spell. Plenty of expendable things to sacrifice to this early, and 5 mana to destroy a thing is not terrible either. Ugh looks fun in red-black, but it's not even, like, insane in that deck. It can become really, really, really big. But pretty easy to just trump block a really big creature a few times. Try to get around it going wide. Or this format has built-in ways to go under big creatures with the Ring Tempts You mechanic to make ring bearers. So really big creatures actually aren't as much of like a brick wall as they are in most formats, where it's like your opponent drops a 10/10 or something. It's like, well, now I can never attack. Now it's like, well, you can attack with any ring bearer ever, and you're going to get past an Ugluk. So I'll take a Lash. Because off-color cards are still pretty medium. I'm just going to cut like every black card I see, I guess, and then get loaded up on black in pack 2, ideally, unless somebody else just pick one pack 1 to great black card and doesn't take anything else. Quarrel's End is probably the best off-color card out of this pack. Isolation's close, but they're not phenomenal. Dunlin Crebain, pick 6. Hold on to black for dear life and go absolutely nowhere else. Let's go. Dunlin Crebain is one of the best commons in the whole set. If you are not yet aware, tons of stats for cheap, and it plays into one of the best mechanics in the format, which is Amass Orcs. Horses of the Brunnen is a fine control card. Yeah, plus Dunlin can go up to, can be a really good ring bearer as a 1/1 flyer to get you your draw a card, discard a card every turn. Generous End, Horses of the Brunnen, and Rohirrim are all pretty good, but I'm actually going to keep cutting black and take a Snarling Warg. Yeah, maybe mono black again, if we're super lucky. Nasty End is good if you have a lot of ways for the ring to tempt you, because then you can keep getting ring bearers as legendaries, so you can get to draw 3. Black Breath is solid. Actually played really well in our last deck. We pretty much always had good kills off that. Easterling Vanguard and Uruk-hai Berserker still in here, pick 9. This is the dream. This is the draft pod. I feel like Vanguard is the card we take first, get more 2-drops over 3-drops first. Because Berserker and Crebain are both like incredible cards that we're going to scoop up super, super highly in the future. I want to get 2-drops. I'm going to take a Vanguard. But those are both great, great cards. Okay, so now I think the Spearmaster's the best card for just red-black aggro stuff. Pack 2 get past 5 Gandalf Sanction. If that happens, I'm not playing them this time. There's literally nothing that would push me off of black at this point. Because the worst case scenario here is that I can find black playables in the first 2 or 3 picks in the next 2 packs, even if everyone in the draft pod is playing black. And at that point, half my deck is black. I've just got enough cards. Actually, I'll take Took Reaper over the Isolation for more Tempts You. More ring chicanery. Shenanigans. Chicanery is too fun of a word to be as specific as it is. Why do we need a word for specifically, like, legal shenanigans? I want to say chicanery all the time, but it's not accurate. Take a card of each color and just see what rare you get in pack 2. I can also get past a pick 12 Ugluck, which I don't think is like a super incredible card, but it's a solid sign that we can be black-red. Take a Great Hall, and then I could splash in every legend off of 1 Great Hall. Like, this is a perfectly playable card. I do think this early in the format, it's a good signal that black-red is open. Even though I think later in the format, it's probably not going to get drafted super highly because it's not actually super strong. All right, didn't open up any black cards. Sad. There's a great blue card to try to splash in, but it's blue-red, which means that because black is likely to be our core color, we'd have to like double splash it. Or we'd have to definitely splash it, because we can't be like blue-red and then splash in the black. Probably just take a Swarming of Moria or a Rally at the Hornburg here. I honestly don't think either of these are going to be super, super strong in our black-red deck anyway. I might take the Flame. Because if I get a bunch of copies of Swarming, then we could go there. Yeah, Samwise is pretty strong. It'd be a lot easier to just be like a black-white Samwise deck than black-red and splash the Flame. And again, these red cards I don't think are super, super good for this archetype. That's actually pretty reasonable. Have black-white still on our mind here. Rally would definitely be the safest pick, because if we end up in red, like, Rally's definitely playable. I've just been running a lot of Rallies lately, and they haven't been super great in our last couple decks, I think. But yeah, Rally's a super phenomenal card that if you get a couple good synergies for it, can do really nasty stuff. Samwise is similar. Good synergies make it incredibly busted. Just a ridiculous card. All right. I like the Troll. I do legitimately like the Troll, but I don't know if I take it this early. Started off with a pack 2 pick 1 where we don't take a black card, and probably a pack 2 pick 2 where I don't take a black card. It's probably Rohirrim. Eowyn's very strong, actually. If we go black-white. Worst case scenario, a 3-mana 2/4 that plays as a first striker or a vigilant creature during combat, and you can put that ability onto your other creatures instead if you want. I actually think I'm going to go Eowyn here. Now we're a little closer to black-white. Grond. Do I need to say anything else? Lords of Limited are really high on Tale of Tenuvial, but this card looks slow and bad. But the Lords of Limited keep saying that this card actually rocks, so I don't know. I've still never played it. I've played against it like 2 times, and it was really bad for my opponents each time I saw it. I have no idea. I'm taking Grond. Because we also have that extra incentive to take black cards where we're not 100% locked out of red at this point. So taking a black card is 100% to make the deck, instead of like 75% likely to play white. See, and that's why you take the black card over the white card. There's Wrath of God? Oh no, that's the other one! Never mind. Dang it! I got crushed by the red Wrath of God, and that's not that one. Dang it! I got mixed up with the artworks. I'm so sad now. Because everything else in this pack kind of is jank. Desperate Rescue is pretty good. We'll take that, I guess. Oh, I thought this was the other red mythic rare. They look so similar. There's just a bunch of fire going on. It's like they exclusively printed this one to just be miserably bad, but also look identical to the really good mythic rare that deals X to all creatures. I'm so sad about that. Genuinely. The saddest. This feels hard to cast at double white. Only other options here really are like an Erkenbrand, and I won't have a lot of humans if I'm black-red. Ring bears do get that +2/+1, that is big. Yeah, be a little hard to cast, but it does seem relatively strong overall. Tormented Golem, let's go. I've been crushed by enough Torments of Golem to play my own this draft here. I'm so tired of it. It's time to harass my opponents instead of myself, for once. Trebuchet is okay, Black Breath is okay, Banish is okay, but Torment of Golem is OP. Another Torment of Golem, let's go. I can definitely play 2 copies. Also Orcish Medicine, which is a fine trick that gets an army down quick. But I'm taking another Torment. Looking for a lot of 2-mana creatures, so we have cheap things to turn into the Ring Bearer quickly. Thanks for the follows, everybody. The stream alerts are being weird. They're not, like, always working right now. So, apologies if I did not get to you, but thanks for the follow, Apathetic Badger, Demore9. Thank you very much. Take a Troll of Khazad-dûm here. It's a good finisher that also swamp cycles early. Yeah, we definitely could have been black-red with the Uruk-hai Captain. But I think we're doing pretty well heading to white now. Okay, I'm not going to play a Stalwarts, but I'm also probably not playing the Warg. I guess I could still try to draft 2 or 3 copies of Great Hall of the Citadel and splash in the Red Legends, but I don't think so. Might still play the Great Hall, maybe not. Well, I'm not going to play Osgiliath. I'll actually take the Rohirrim. Just a little more red backup cards. Some combat tricks. I'm not going to play a 3rd Snarling Warg, so we'll take some random combat trick. We got a mythic rare, everybody! Oh my god! What have we opened up in pack 3? Golem, Voracious Fellbeast, and the Battle of Bywater. Well, god dang it. If these were 3 packs in a row, I would be such a happy camper. I've had a very bad experience with the Battle of Bywater recently that's probably going to make me undervalue it today. But I've had this in hand in like 2 different games where my opponent had all 1s and 2s that just beat me down quick. I think I'm going to go for Golem here. We really need more cheap plays, and we're really getting a lot of value from the Ring tempting us. This is a cheap play that gives us that Ring Tempt You value and can come back from the grave, sacking little tokens. I think Golem's pretty good. Fellbeast is disgusting as a 6-drop, but I'm looking for more early creatures. I think I'm going to be in a really bad spot if I don't find enough early creatures to keep making Ring Bearers with Call of the Ring and cards like that. And I'm pretty low on straight-up removal, so I'll probably have to play the mediocre Fog on the Barrow Downs. This is another bummer of a pack. I think pack 2, pick 1, 2, and 3 were pretty massive bummers. And now pack 3, pick 2 is kind of a bummer as well. Because these packs just haven't had, like, great black and white cards. Clearly, because the only card gone is the rare. And it's just a Warg, an Orcish Medicine, a Fog on the Barrow Downs. Like, kind of a bummer. Yeah, again, 1 rare and 1 common is gone, and there's not much of anything. Don't think I'm going to be playing any of this stuff. I'm just going to rare draft something. Let's get my first copy of Frodo. Ooh, I will play a Shire Sheriff. I don't think I have a ton of tokens for this, but a 2-mana 2/2 Vigilance is fine when I'm trying to get a lot of 2-mana creatures in the deck, and if I do have a token on board, this thing's nuts. Ideally, you use this to exile your opponent's Orc Army, so even if they kill the Shire Sheriff, they don't get their card back. That's generally what you want to do. Oh, there's some more 2-drops, which are premium for this deck, but we've got 6 of them now, and Gothmog looks beautiful. All your tokens have Death Touch. You get to amass Orcs 1 when you play it. There's another Grond, but I'm not doubling up Gronds. Take a Gothmog. Another Dunlin Crebain, let's go. Gorbag is great too. Protector of Gondor is solid, but we have a lot of 4s. Crebain just fits the best on the curve, and it's a great card. Here we go. We found the good cards. They're just in the middle of pack 3. Yeah, now we've got a Westfold Rider for more 2-drops. Haunt of the Deadmarsh is actually kind of sweet in this deck too. We have lots of legends and lots of Ring Tempting, so we can always reanimate this. I'm actually going to go with a Haunt of the Deadmarshes. That could be wrong, but I'm going to do it. It's a better Ring Bearer, because it's a 1/1 instead of a 3/1. Another Mordor Muster. Not going to take a Hobbit Sting here. It would be fine, but let's get more 2-drops. This is looking cool. This is looking very cool. Probably do play a Banish. Just for lack of removal. Or even a Knife Wound. No, I'll take a Banish. I'm going to have a lot of Ring Bearers. I don't want to make my opponent have a 0-power creature that can block my Ring Bearers. Orcish Medicine, I suppose. Soldier of the Grey Host, I suppose. Pick 13 Grond! That's why I never take Grond early. Grond is everywhere. At all times. I'm going to put the Black Breath in for now, because that has played well the last couple times we tried it. Grond is in your house. He's breaking in. Creature count 15 plus. Double Torment of Golem. Grond. Double Mortar Buster. So 6 more creature-y cards. So kind of like 21 creatures right now, which is a lot. So we'll cut a few of those. I guess so that the deck builder doesn't lag, we have to look at this disgusting pile. Orcish Medicine sort of is the 22nd creature, yeah, but not really. Eowyn is kind of a trap. What, 3 mana 2/4 Vigilance / 3 mana 2/4 First Strike? Give whatever creature you want First Strike or Vigilance? That doesn't seem bad at all. You do not need to do any equipment things to get some amount of value off Eowyn. That is true. Giving it a mass creature First Strike could be pretty big if you've got a lot of mass going on. Be pretty nasty. Or giving it Vigilance when you need to be blocking but you still want to get aggressive. I feel like Eowyn's ability to just give one creature a turn, one of the 2 abilities, is good. I think the equipment half of the card is the part that's just like, well, just don't worry about it. Just give it First Strike or Vigilance. You don't have to give it both. I like Eowyn. I don't know. I haven't played with her a lot, but I played against her quite a bit, and she has always been a big deal. Just gonna try to like make the curve look as good as possible by cutting the like weakest cards at each mana cost. I don't know about this flowering of the white tree. Because we're going to be running a lot more black than white, so double white's a bit of a hard sell. I guess I could still be playing it on like turn 4 and then it's doing some stuff. I just really don't like the mana cost. That's the only major flaw. Yeah, I don't have to play it until like turn 5, turn 6 or something after I've already ran out all my creatures, so it's probably still reasonable. 49 cards. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12 cards, 13 cards to cut. Okay, I've got enough cards set aside. 2 mana Anthem. It gives +2 to your Ring Bearer. I guess that's actually kind of awkward though, because you don't want to make your Ring Bearer bigger. Because then they can just block it. But just buffing the whole board is solid. How many legends do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 legends, and for Tempt, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 legends and 5 ways to make a non-legend a legend. Yeah, Sam got double counted. Sam got counted as a legend, and then Sam got counted as a Ring Tempts You card. I guess Flowering's probably a big buff. I'll put that back in. Again, I only need to cut 9 of these. So I can put 3 more cards back into this deck. Yeah, mana. The mana's the big issue here. The mana's going to be awkward. Yeah, Nasty End is almost always going to draw 3, but you still need to find like the opportunities to sack something that's already about to die for it to be like really good. LSV was like super, super high on the card, so I've tried it a few times and I've still never been overly impressed. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we've got a lot of 4s. I don't think I'm playing the Wargs. I don't think I'm playing the Soldier because it's also a 4-drop. Black Breath is pretty sideboardy, but it has been very impressive the last couple times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I get to put 2 more cards back in. I think Ambush is a better trick than the Escape from Orthanc. So if I want to keep a trick, I think I'm going to keep Ambush. I also think Orcish Medicine's a fine trick, but 2 mana, quite a bit more expensive. You keep Banish as the removal spell. I think one of the removal spells we probably do want to keep in because we are quite low on removal. And I could be convinced on either of these. I think they're both kind of dirtily. You keep both in here? I think I do have 0 removal spells without them. Keeping more white does make the double white card better. Yeah, and that keeps 2 more white cards in the deck. So then do I have to cut both the ambushes then? Yeah, I'd have to cut both ambushes. I cut the Great Hall. I don't think that's actually a good fixing card. It's like a Shimmering Grotto, which is never very good. Oh yeah, I already cut the Orcish Medicine. Ooh, yeah, Escape does give things flying, which is cool. I need to cut non-creatures, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 creatures. I think I'd like to keep it 16. Troll is just nasty. This thing is so hard to block. Sam's do kind of up the creature count, as does Sam's Desperate Rescue. Super Menace is awesome. I've loved the Troll of Khazad-dûm a lot. One of my favorite things to do in this format, it doesn't have a lot to do with Troll of Khazad-dûm, just big creatures in general, but one of my favorite things to do in this format is when my opponent has their own troll or something, they have like a 6/5 or a 5/7 or something like that, and we're racing each other and they're down to 4 or something. It's when I like have a Ring Tempts You card in hand and then I just make like a 4/4 Ring Bearer and they can't block it because their blockers are all like 5/5s and 6/5s. I love it so much. Big Ring Bearers are so fun. Getting the last few points of damage in. But yeah, there's like a lot of random, super hard to block stuff. I want to cut Nasty End, but none of you want me to cut Nasty End. No way I'm cutting Lash. I think Lash is better than Banish and Fog. I mean, honestly, I want to cut Flowering of the White Tree, but I also want to try it because it is a rare. You don't get that many options. Yeah, we've got one Swamp Cycler that's kind of like the 17th land and a kind of low curve. Not a super low curve, but low enough to not be in too much danger. Dropping a land here. I think that looks pretty good. I'm not opposed to trying one of each combat trick. I'm also not opposed to cutting another combat trick just to put another random creature in, but I think the creature count's pretty fine, especially with graveyard recursion. What is the black versus white count here? Can we put another planes in? 16 to 8? Oh. I don't have any double black cards, and I have a Swamp Cycler, but I still kind of feel like I don't really want to cut down to 7 swamps, 9 plains. A 16 to 8 split. Yeah, with the troll, we still kind of have 9 swamps. All right. This looks pretty good to me. Troll is our tap swamp. It's true. True indeed. I'm going to go ahead and call it a deck there. I am going to take a short break since I haven't taken a break all stream. Go to the restroom, grab a drink, all that good stuff. If you need to grab a snack or a drink yourself, now is a great time to do that. I'm going to put the prediction up for this deck. We're going to go for a longer prediction. We'll do a 5-minute prediction. If you think it's going to go 5 or more wins or 4 or less, get your predictions in. But we're going to have a short break here. Grab a drink, grab a snack, all the good stuff. I will be back shortly to play out this pretty nice looking black-white Legends deck. Yeah, this is keepable because we've got the Troll. It's a bit slow. We don't start till turn 3, so it's not perfect, but it's not bad. I immediately top deck a land. Do I still cycle the Troll? Probably. I've got a 4-drop and a 5-drop in the hand. Although I could just banish a tapped creature, and this is another 3-mana card. Mushroom Watchdogs. I'm not going to cycle the Troll just yet, because I don't have a 2-mana play anyway. So if I top deck a land here, then I probably won't want to cycle the Troll because I can already cast everything but the banish. So I have one more turn to check. Unless I top deck a 2-drop. Alright. Got a 1-drop, so I can play this and still have the option of cycling the Troll. I do hit another land after that. And I don't have any double black cards in this deck. So if I draw into this Plains that's land 4, I think I can just hold on to the Troll for now. I think that's fine. There's a Lembas, which is a food. The Watchdogs can eat the Lembas to attack me as a 3/3 Vigilance. Will Super Menace save the day? I don't know. Alright, the ability's only at sorcery speed, so that's good. I don't really want to exile the dogs this early. You like no attacks? What, so we can just chump with the Haunt for the turn? Be fine. Torment, make this thing a 4/4. Desperate Rescue. I kind of wish I chumped with Crebain. Although I guess I don't have double black. Regardless. Could cycle the Troll and rescue it. Torment here and have a 4/4 up. They have 2 food tokens, though, for the Watchdogs. I could also Torment and attack with the 4/4 and then just Trump with the Haunt. If they don't removal spell my 1/1. Yeah, let's Torment and see what they have going on here. Watchdogs, another East Farthing Farmer, a Shire Sheriff, a Hobbit Sting, and an Ents Fury. Oh god, no. 3 removal spells, a massive pump, and another Watchdogs. I think we have to get rid of the Sheriff because it's a removal spell and a Dork all in one, because they can just exile our 4/4 army permanently with that. While still putting creatures on the board. Do I have to just never attack again? Seeing that nonsense from our opponent. They play a farmer and the Watchdogs are going to get +5/+5 when it enters the battlefield. And they can give the Watchdogs vigilance as well. Well, yeah, the thing is, they don't even have to use the removal right now, because they can just play a farmer and then sack 1 food and attack with a 6/6 Vigilant Watchdogs that I'd have to triple block to kill. Alright. They're just going to Hobbit Sting, though. They're not going to go for the farmer. That is A-okay with me. So 1 less creature down this turn. I'm going to Trump 3 damage here. Could Trump with Crebain, but I don't have another black source. I guess I can Swamp Cycle. Next turn I can go Swamp Cycle, Rescue Crebain, cast Crebain. Lash with Haunt is pretty good. Kill the Watchdogs, probably leave them with just a 2/3. They play another 2/3, but they've got another Watchdogs too. Just go full defense here with double removal spell. 1 land away from Troll, which is very, very big. And if they don't have any creatures down, then they can't Ents Fury easily. Sure. If I sack the Crebain, I can pick it up with a Rescue. But Haunt comes back consistently, because as soon as we rescue something else, we've got a legend on board. Here comes the Watchdogs. What happens if I play Troll? If they top deck a land, they can play East Farthing Farmer, have 2 food out to give the Watchdogs +2/+2 till end of turn. Then they can Ents Fury to make it a 6/6 and fight the Troll. They could use the Farmer to give it +2/+2, then sack a food, then Ents Fury, and kill my 6/5 without even losing the creature. But it would have taken enough damage that maybe Crebain could block and kill. If they top deck a land here, I'm still just like dead. I think I still have to just play the Troll, and then I can rescue the Troll back and hope they can't like double up here. They're gonna crack the Shire Terrace? If they have a splash, that makes sense. Okay, they have a splash. I was going to say, if they're 2-color, they technically just lowered their chances of Farmer plus Ents Fury there. They hit land 5, so we're about to have a very bad time. Oh, they've got a Lash too, so they still have Farmer Ents Fury to just kill the next Balrog I play. Or the next Troll I play. I think I'm still rescuing the Troll, rather than chumping with Crebain and rescuing that. Oh my god! Oh, sweet baby Jesus. That's a draw and a half. Such a draw. My lord. Now they have to fight away the Gothmog. And then I still have a chump blocker. And then I can play the troll and trade with the watchdogs. What did you draw? What did you top deck? Well, show me the money. Nothing? Let me get the kill? Denethor. I see. That is quite scary. It's 7 life. And I think just ends Fury with Denethor. Get a 1/1 in the end step. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Yeah, I thought I was gonna die right there. Drop a Chonker. And they start draining. They start draining us for 1 every turn. Do I keep chipping with Crebain? If they play the farmer, they get 1 food, give something +1/+1. They can attack with a 2/4 and a 2/2. I think that's fine. They have to top deck something else to really kind of get in here. We've drawn our only 6-drop. Most of the rest of our deck is 4 mana or less. I think everything left in our deck is basically 4 mana or less now, so I'm going to scry during our upkeep before we draw. Yeah, they're just going to keep grinding us with Denethor. We're on a 6-turn clock. Get rid of the swamp. Find another swamp. If I poke with Crebain again, they could attack all. I have 1 blocker, so I take 3. Feels like it's starting to get pretty greedy to be attacking with Crebain. Big boy. Gonna be an ouchie. That's a food token and a kill on a bigger creature. They're playing off the top. I don't really get any value by attacking with the Crebain. Because this is 1 damage. I attack with the Haunt, it's also not really going to be any value because it's just going to be 1 damage. If they kill the Haunt, that's good for us, but I think they'll just take 1. But if I attack with the Troll, then my blocks are miserable even with Ambush, I think. Chump, chump, and kill 1 card. Plus reach. The reach doesn't matter. They can't block it with anything more than 1 power. Oh, I don't think we have attacks here. Like, if they triple block the troll, we kind of just, like, win the game. But if they just don't block the troll, then their crackback basically just wipes our board. And we kill 1 thing. Right, because I can go... Is there a way to keep Crebain on board? If I can keep Crebain on board to where I can chump and then get the Haunt back and get some scry, like I can go chump here, take 1, 2, 3. I've got the food. Kill Denethor? I'm gonna do it. Because if they don't top deck something, then we can make a food, eat the food, and reanimate the haunt. Just don't block with Crebain. I guess I should have just attacked with Crebain too at that point, but... No attack with Denethor, so we don't get to kill Denethor. Major bummer. Major bummer indeed. Well, kill the 5/7, right? Then reanimate the haunt. Probably want to do it this way so that if they just sack the Ent, we still have the haunt in the graveyard. I guess now they could just sack the farmer. But the farmer's not going to die, so I don't think they would want to. Alright. They drain us so we don't lose the Orc Army. That's kind of sweet. And they just have a land. Okay. Scry 1. Find an Easterling Vanguard, which is a sweet blocker. We're going to be at 7 life here. They're basically at 18. 7 life. They can still drain us out. Eventually. Do I need to dig for better cards than Vanguard? I think I'm already doing fine on blocks to send Troll in, but I'd be doing really well with Vanguard too, I think. Yeah, this is a reasonable draw. I probably shouldn't get greedy with it. I think I should have sent in with Crebain last turn as well. Because we needed it on board to get the haunt back anyway, so there was almost no world in which we were going to block with it. Yeah, all this food makes it's going to take a long time to kill them. The food and the Denethor Drain. They couldn't have blocked Crebain with Ent because of the ring. Need to eat the food on... Yeah, I need to eat all this food down here. That's what we need. Oh my god. Oh my god. If you click the tarts, you eat them? Give me the life, though. I ate so much food, I need the life. Yeah, I've got enough creatures. Yeah, especially with AO when I can just get first strike here so that they can never get a kill on it. Oh. They're at 5 here. The ability to drain for like 4. I mean, we're practically at 2 life right now. That's spooky, and it's more food. Oh, that's so good with Denethor. Because Rosie gets the counters even with 1/1s. Oh my god. We're just gonna get drained out by Denethor too quickly. I feel like, especially if I cast that. If I cast that, I'm probably already dead on board. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have enough mana to drain me for 4 life in 1 turn. Can Denethor sack itself? Denethor can't sack itself, but we're just dead in a turn. No, because I attack with Troll with First Strike, and then they just eat the food and go to 3. And then they just eat 4 things. So it's not enough things. Maybe it's just an attack all flunge here? Because if they block the Troll with 3 things, then they only have 2 blockers left. So they block a 2/4, a 2-power thing, take 1, 2, 3, 4. No, they take 4 when they're at 9, basically. I have to, like, hit something perfect with Mortar Muster. That's true. If I attack with everybody, then they can also still just let the Troll through. Well, okay, I might be wrong here and I might be being stupid about this, but I think if I force them to eat a food to not die, then we technically don't immediately die next turn, because then they don't get to spend 2 mana to drain me for 1 right now, so they can only drain me for 4. Oh, they can just... Right! They can also gain a life with that. I needed to attack with the Kerbane as well. Well, all in. It's a swamp. We would have lost no matter what. God dang it. Oh. What a game. Good lord. How's it going, Cosmic Autumn? Yeah, if I swung with Kerbane as well there, they would have been forced to eat a food, in which case they'd only have enough to drain us down to 1, so we'd have 1 final turn to potentially get somewhere. Alright, we've got the double white for the Anthem, and we've got the black source off the Troll. I do think I need to get this mana investment out of the way. Because I am going to be playing a 2-drop. Well, not playing removal or combat tricks, so I guess we're playing this thing. Yeah, hit for 3. About 2 weeks ago, you lost your first game and immediately won 7 in a row. Definitely happens. Definitely happens. We could do it. Natural 3 color on turn 3. Get out of my life. Stop. Cease and desist your nonsense. Ooh, Desperate Rescue for the Troll. That also makes the Took Reaper 4 power. Yeah, this is a mana dork. We would like to kill that. I'll trade an ambush for that if they let me. I don't like that I don't get to play anything else this turn by doing this, but get rid of the mana dork. If Desperate Rescue were instant speed, that'd be so sick. Turn our Reaper into a legend out of nowhere. That would have been beautiful. I don't think we have any anything that sacks food in this deck, so I think we just eat them while we have the mana. Well, I'm just gonna see what they've got going on here. Yeah, I've only got 1 black source, so it's not like I can rescue and Vanguard. And they can't have a counterspell here. All of the counterspells that would work on this are double blue. Greyhaven's Navigator is what they have. It's an okay trade for the Reaper. Well, they've got the double blue counterspell, they've got a 5-mana removal spell, they've got a Treason of Isengard to put something back, and they've got a big flyer. Counterspell's pretty annoying, but if we know they have it, it's not so bad. All of our creatures are kind of fine to get blown up. And the flyer doesn't have any activated abilities, so we can just fog the flyer with Fog on the Barrow Downs. I'd be pretty happy to fog that thing. Because I want to have a good, like, creature on the board that's like a good power toughness. I think I'm going to get rid of the Trickery. I like having a creature on the board that's on my opponent's board that has like good power toughness, good combat abilities, but also doesn't really have a passive ability of any kind, because I don't want to have to Fog of the Barrow down something that's I don't want to have to Fog on the Barrow down something that has an ability anyway. Ooh, Mordor Muster too, so I don't even have to Fog the Willow Wind. But I could Fog and Desperate Rescue, which is good. So if I Desperate Rescue, I get to draw a card, discard a card when I go for the attack. I don't know what's better. These are all pretty good. If they draw another land, then they can kill the Orc Army with the Lash of the Balrog without sacking a creature. Actually, I just realized Fog on the Willow Wind means they can just sack the Willow Wind for the Lash, so that's actually kind of bad. So, just hope they don't draw land here. Right? I'll go for the Muster. Find a Dunlin Crebain. Okay. Draw a card, discard a card. Oh wait, no, I didn't Desperate Rescue. Not yet. Next time we tempt the ring. Next time the ring tempts us. Alright, if they did not hit a land, we're in a great spot. If they did hit a land, they can tap out to kill our army, and then we can just spend 3 to kill their bird. Treason of Isengard, pick up the counterspell, which means they're another turn away from drawing the 6th land. But they could Lash. Oh, that's right. They can Lash, sacking the Orc. Fair. Fair. Yeah, we're ahead in cards. We're fine here. Now we just Fog the Willow Wind and they don't get any value. And I drew the land to play the Vanguard too. Feels better than casting a Desperate Escape when I don't have any creatures on board, because if I cast this when I do have a creature on board, then we get to turn into a Ring Bearer, which is really good right now, because it's going to let us draw cards, discard cards, and it's going to get Ward 1 and an additional power. So whatever we make our Ring Bearer is going to be a really nice card. Alright. Now they've got the Trickery, so they've got the counterspell. It only amasses 1 though, right? Yeah, so we just play a Crebain. See if that draws the counter from them. And then we rescue afterwards. I think I would actually rather have the Crebain get countered than the Desperate Rescue. Don't rescue with an empty hand pre-combat? Why not? I'm cool with milling 1. Just mill 1 is fine. That's not like a net positive or a net negative. I'll get 1 more damage in, turn into a 3-turn clock from the 4-power creature instead of a 4-turn clock. I think that's reasonable. Mill 1 is not really a big downside to me. Yeah, I'm cool to just mill 1 here. Bye, Muster. I don't think there's any better draws in our deck than Troll of Khazad-dûm, so I think it is just functionally mill 1. on this first attack. Tree has been great. Okay, that's just a 3/3, right? On this board. Yeah, our creature's too big. Cool. Guess it can trade into our Vanguard, but that's pretty fine. Beautiful card for the Vanguard. Trade occurs. No more draw and discard for us. They have no blue mana up. Okay, we're doing it. Get out there, troll. You want a troll ring bearer who kills all his blockers? That would be nasty. Level 3 Troll of Khazad-dûm ring bearer. Everything that blocked it has to get sacked at the end of combat. No! Another Lash of the Balrog. The white pacifism is so bad. Remember how there was a pacifism in March of the Machine that was 1 and a white, stopped attacking, blocking, and activated abilities, and that card still sucked? I'm not going to have any permanents leaving the battlefield anytime soon, so should I have just done this to draw discard? Maybe. Too late now. I could do it for 1 more damage. I think I'll just flash it in the end step and try to be surprising. They rescued their rangers. That is so rude. So they're gonna rangers our Orc Army. Well. That is true. We can make it the ring bearer. I thought this was less than or equal to like the red card is, but it's only lesser power, so we can actually just counter that? Hold up. Up to 1 target creature with lesser power. So make it a 3 power creature and then they don't get anything? Hold on a second. That's the saddest Rangers of Athelion I think I've ever seen. That's twice now it's just missed. R.I.P. my friend. So we definitely just hit them for 7, right? Gothmog's good, but put them to 3 life by clearing this thing out of the way. Oh wait, I can Gothmog and just sack Gothmog? Is that hits for 8? I don't know if that's worth it. I think it's better to just kill the thing with all of our mana. No, you're just gonna scoop. Fair enough. That's another line attack both. Just take a trade and then play Gothmog. We had a lot of solid lines there to choose from. The tree was actually nuts there. Big game for the tree. 1-1 heading into game 3. Got 3 mana. We have turn 1 Scry. We've got removal. Got the troll for swamp cycling. I don't love it. I also don't hate it. I'll take that. Trying to get to 4 mana. Maybe 6 mana if I keep drawing lands. Play a plane so I can hold up escape. And swamp cycle the troll. Gorbag. Am I cool with pacifying a Gorbag? Probably not. Probably just try to ambush it. I don't know if I'm supposed to cycle the troll. I'm so bad at playing with these land cyclers. The fact that it's only 1 mana to do it really makes me feel like generally you just don't till you need to. Ooh, a Gothmog. Let's go, that's a sick one. If they don't attack with Gorbag here, I might cycle the troll instead of playing a combat trick. No, Errand Rider. Full on draw a card. I could also just take 2 and Swamp Cycle. Play a Gothmog next turn. Although if I play Gothmog next turn, my 2/2 Death Touching army just trades into a 3/2, so it's not even the most exciting thing in the world. I'll be a little greedy. Get a kill. Never didn't have it. Never didn't have it. Do I trade a 2/2 army into an Errand Rider of Gondor? Probably. Could also just pass, and then I make it a 4/4, which gets past the Errand Rider. No, I'll just pass. See if we can turn it into a 4/4. Ew. Torment of Golem, my Torment of Golem. How dare you. Hey Tom, how's it going? Yep, that was to be expected. Torment the Torment. Sad day. There's a Golem. Squeaky chair strikes again. So I'm kind of just out of stuff to do now. Now I'm just on the defensive. We don't really break through these. We have kind of unfavorable trades. No combat tricks or anything. I mean, I could fog the Errand Rider and hit them for 3. Or offer the army for the army. I feel like I just want to play a Golem and pass, though. Might even cycle the troll, because I'm going to want a lot of mana to do Golem shenanigans with the Haunt. I am only 2 lands away from the troll, though. Close call between those 2 things. These games are hard. Why is this? Why can't I just do simple magic? I just want to play dudes and attack again. Can I play the red-white deck 3 games in a row? I didn't want to play in Mythic. I just played too much and now I'm in Mythic. I don't want to be here. I've just arrived. I can't not rank up. Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah, we could do best of 3. I don't like best of 3 though, 'cause I love playing against a different deck every game. Just trade my Orc Army up. Could also block with Golem and the Haunt. Get the Tempt trigger. Have a Haunt in the grave with Legends on board. Golem in grave with a Haunt to reanimate. This is probably the wrong thing to do, but here it is. Now we have 2 Legends on board. Westfold Rider, blow up an artifact or enchantment. Yeah, I should land cycle if I'm putting both these in grave because I need so much mana to do that stuff. One land away from returning Haunt, sacking it to Golem, and playing Golem. So we go... Wow, Fog's really bad against Westfold Rider. So Fog just kills Westfold Rider now, and that's it. That's all it does. Actually, a ring-bearing Orc Army is currently not blockable well. So I can hit for 2. If I don't want to trade on blocks anyway. I might need to trade on blocks. Turning Fog into a kill spell is actually better than normal Fog, that's true. If I muster pre-combat, I sort of could hit for more, but then it just gets blocked. I also might just not be attacking. Yeah, let's just muster and not attack. Okay, there's the land I need, so next turn I can do Haunt, Golem, all that nonsense. I'm just gonna not Fog anything yet, we're just chilling. Give a little Mordor mustard. Hey, what is this? Why you gotta be so rude? Sunfall. I guess if I kill the rider, then the Fog can actually Fog something. I can't let both of these creatures die, because then I don't get to do Haunt Golem nonsense. I probably just shouldn't have Mordor Mustard, because it would be an additional Death Toucher if I kept the Gothmog on board. Well, Lash is very good with Haunt. But also, all their creatures are tiny little dorks, and so 1-for-1 removal is not great. Can Golem block? Yes. Just play a 3-1 blocker then, I guess. So we're just on like the Golem grind, where we keep trading Golem off and then getting the Haunt and then getting the Golem and then trade the Golem off, then get the Haunt and get the Golem. They're not drawing a card and discarding a card off Kerbane yet, so I don't feel a need to use removal here. Get the Haunt, get the Golem, get the Haunt, get the Golem. Don't do that. I'll take a Kerbane, that's 2 more creatures. The biggest burb has arrived. Is Death Touch even valuable to us anymore, or do I just trade Gothmog off to preserve our life total? We do not have like life gain or food tokens in this deck. Oh yeah, I do need a legendary creature. True. True. Yeah, I need a legend. Oh, I've got 1 food token. I've got an ambush. I just don't have a lot of life gain. So now we can Fog and Kerbane here, and then our Kerbane can block their Kerbane. Our army can trade into the Errand Rider. Yeah, I'm not going to block with Gothmogs. Let's draw a card, discard a card. I doubt we draw something better than these two, but maybe... Grond! I'm sorry, Grond. I've failed you. I feel so bad about that. You don't even know. Goodbye, Grond. It's a cruel world. Hey, we were just playing around the top deck Westfold Rider. Well, I guess they just saved the Fell Beast. Never mind. Never mind. They weren't going to kill Grond with that. This card sucks so much, Dookie. I hate this card so much. I despise it. Well, we can wipe the whole board. I might as well scry one and kill it instead of just spend one more mana to kill it and not scry one. The world was not ready for Grond this day. True and accurate. I'm about to mill one. Let's go. Goodbye, Kerbane. Excuse me, Gandalf. I'm about to die to a top deck combat trick. Oh, Lord. Alright, Vanguard is definitely more blocks. What has Flash? All of their legendary cards and all of their artifacts. So if they top decked another legendary creature, we won't know how many blockers we need up because they'll just play it in their end step. I mean, I'm going to sack the Haunt anyway, and I'm going to not block with Gothmog, so... Oh, hey! Never mind Easterling Vanguard, I've changed my mind. We've got new plans. If they had the +1/+3 untap a creature trick there, that would have been so beyond nasty. They're over it. An absolute grind, but Golem plus the Haunt of the Dead Marshes gets there, plus some really good scry and draws from the Ring Bearer. These games have been too long. This draft's going to take as long as the first two combined. Couldn't have done it without Grond. We needed the moral support. Needed to see that Grond show up. Grond does a nice pep talk. Hey, we drew our Call of the Ring thing. I'm probably supposed to curve out with the creature first. I don't know, I've never played it before, but feels like you run out the creature first and then you start getting tempted every turn. I guess if I play the Call of the Ring first, then we'll get to level 4 of the Ring Bearer really fast. But I feel like it's turn 3. Hey, Samwise. Playing against blue-white. Oh. Ah. Samwise picks up any permanent, right? Samwise can pick up Call of the Ring, so I guess we wait till turn 4, and then we Call of the Ring holding up Samwise? That is monumentally rude, though. You just get to play your dirtily 2-mana 3/1 aggro dork and just be pre-sideboarded against any random rare and enchantment bombs. Well, hopefully they don't have any instants here, so neither of us does anything turn 3. And I don't have to feel super bad about this. Okay. Draw their second card, they get 1/1s. We'll probably blow that up with a Lash of the Balrog soon. Okay. Now's the time. I could play Grond and just let them kill Grond. Just like, here, blow up Grond. I'm gonna let Grond live. I'm gonna play Samwise. We're gonna let Grond live. Arwen's Gift. Ooh, there comes a 1/1. Prince Imrahil shenanigans begin. I'll take that back, thank you. Drawn to a troll. Wow, I wish I had one more swamp. Play Gothmog Lash. I could just hard cast Lash, I guess. Probably what we're doing. Yeah. Is there a 1 white mana trick? Okay. I don't remember a 1 white mana trick, but maybe there is one. This 1/1 token, the brick wall. The brick wall. Oh yeah. I meant like a hexproof trick that would counter a removal spell. Like, yeah, like Surge of Salvation from the other set. My removal's gone, 3/4 flyer. I suppose you shall remain. Sam's desperate rescue with nothing in the grave. A 3/4 is not bigger than Grond. If I Swamp Cycle the Troll, I still have 5 mana up. So I could Swamp Cycle the Troll, and then I could play Gothmog, and then I could just Desperate Rescue the Troll so I have it to cast next turn. This is like, I have my turn 2 Call of the Ring this game, and I think I'm just not gonna play it. Pretty much all game. Well, I don't even really want to attack. The only attack I have is with the Ring Bear, and it just trades into the 1/1. I guess then their only creature that can block Ring Bearers is gone. And we can just put it onto another 2/1 or 1/1. That's probably worth it. Yeah, I'll actually send in the Took Reaper. Put on the army. We've got no more Amass right now, so this is the hardest one to block. And then we have 3 legends as well. I guess if they block the army somehow, their creature's super dead, because it's Death Touch and they sack the creature post-combat. Draw 3. We love to see it. I mean, that's great value for them, but they don't play any creatures, and they're tapped out of blue, so we can draw Patrol, and that's super hard to block. Shire Sheriff. I actually don't like that very much with this hand. Am I crazy for wanting to discard a Shire Sheriff? Attack all kind of scares you. You live in fear of double white. I genuinely feel like I'm probably supposed to discard the Call of the Ring. I think with this hand, I don't mind losing any of these to a trick. Yeah, this is fine. Like, this thing doesn't need Death Touch because it's already just unblockable. Blade. I just have 5 copies of Escape from Orthanc in hand. Ew. That's really rude. Yeah, I kind of want to go wide here, because I don't want to just get got by a single removal spell. Another Prince Emerheal. Good card. A Rosy Cotton. They get food to gain life. They get a counter on their flyer. Oh my god. I draw a second card for the turn. Prince Emerheal gives a 1/1. They get to draw a card, discard a card every turn to keep making 1/1s with Prince Emerheal. So every turn they're going to attack, draw a card, discard a card, make a 1/1, get a counter on the Willowwind. And go for a chump next turn because it will be significantly more damage with a blade and another counter from Rosie and all of that. Flowering of the White Tree. Not do enough right now. Grand doesn't really do anything this turn. Could go like Grand Flowering here. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we have any excellent lines here or anything. All right. 5, 6, 7, 8. Goodbye, Kerbane. Actually just die because they can go wide. Like, we're already... They just put the blade on the Willow, attack with everybody, and it's 8 in the sky, 1 damage on the ground gets in. Okay, now I think they need a trick to kill us if they didn't move the blade over. They had us dead. Because if they put the blade on the Willowwind, that was 7. Rosy Cotton makes it 8 when the token comes out. And then they attack us with everybody and we only have 2 blockers, so one of them gets in for 1. We still die to a trick, right? I don't think we die on board. 6 damage, down to 3. Tricks. They keep looking at their hand. Are we gonna face explode? Oh, they're gonna ring tempt? Are they gonna double ring tempt here? So that we take another 3? Sure. Opponent is doing things that are against Twitch TOS. That's a horrible hand. I could still keep it. Like, the ring can still tempt me if I don't have creatures on board. So the ring will be level 4 by the time we hit any creatures. It just doesn't do anything unless we draw pretty well or our opponent has a really slow deck. And they're on the play, so it needs to be a glacially slow deck. I'm gonna mulligan. This is even worse. I can pray for a swamp, or I can drop to 5 and pray that my opponent's hand is not good, because if it's good, it can beat any 5-card hand. Go to 5. And I don't even have to look at the hand to know that I'm keeping a 5-card hand. Alright, fog sucks. I'm just gonna get rid of it. Could try to use Call of the Ring to get out of the card advantage disparity. Sure. Take 1. We would be against red-white aggro. So both of our first 2 hands would have gotten completely crushed because we're against aggro. So, at least I don't have to feel bad about the mulligans. But also I'm probably dead. Yep. Yeah, I mean, Call of the Ring, we're just not even gonna... I'm not gonna pay the life and draw the cards, I think. I'm just gonna let the ring tempt us. One trades into the Esquire, I guess. Plus I get to hold up Escape from Orthanc. I feel like it's the best we have. Spearmaster. So they buff the... Well, I actually don't know what they buff. Buff that one, fair enough. Kinda gotta clear some nonsense out. Oh yeah, that thing kills my thing no matter what. So rude. Flowering, get out of here. Well, they're running out of stuff. I kind of think I shoot myself in the face, and then I exile the Spearmaster, and we've got a 1-1 to trade into their 1-1. Torment of Golem. Get a 2-2. Trump with the Haunt. Make sure they have nothing. If they draw into anything good, they're just going to play it immediately, so I think Torment of Golem's better now than it's going to be later. I just have to get a Haunt Trump in there. for a turn, which I think is fine. Alright. Get rid of the improvised club. Let's go. They're playing off the top. I need to chump with the haunt, so we're not going to send it in. They've got the 5 mana to buff this thing and make it a 3/4, so we can't double block and kill. We just chump. If I double block, I lose both my creatures and don't kill. I don't think I scry in my upkeep because I need the 3 to exile this. So it'd be 3 to exile and 3 to scry. I'm gonna shoot myself in the face again. Okay, now I've got the 3 and the 3. Oh, and I've got a life gain spell. Big money. That is big money. Try to combat Trick Spearmaster instead of banish it, because banish can kill more things. It's a little bold. This thing's going to be a 3/5 Death Touch. No, a 3/4 Death Touch. And this thing's going to be a 3/4. What did I hit with the discard? We got rid of an improvised club. Please resolve. Oh my god. That's good. That's very good. I'm glad I kept banish. They're trying to destroy me with an elephant. I'll keep a vanguard. Go to 10. Eowyn? I was hoping for a land, yeah, so I could banish and play the Vanguard. Still have to just banish this thing immediately before it attacks as a trampler and gives it another creature trample. Hold up the black source, attack with the Ring Bearer, and try to hit an untapped land to play Vanguard post-combat. I mean, they crack back for 1. This might be a bit greedy to send in the haunt as well. I'll just send in for the 2. Get the draw discard for sure. Okay, we didn't hit the land. So we discard the Vanguard because next turn we're just going to drop both of these. Okay. This feels like enough gas to win the game now to where I should probably stop shooting myself. Oh, no. That's infinite chump blockers for the ring. So I need to hold up a big enough blocker to kill that. Ring's level 4. The ring is level 4. I'm gonna not shoot myself this turn, because I know what my 2 plays are right now. Hold up a 4/4 army to trade into Eomer. Oh, it doesn't even trade. I have to double block. Because Esquire buffs. God, I hate Magic the Gathering. Kerbane, Aowen, Vigilance, draw a card, discard a card. Find a Samwise. Hit for 7. They're down to 11. A Blade? Eomer's so big. That's a big boy. Might even put it on the token and go wide. Esquire only costs 3 mana, and the Blade only costs 1 to equip, so they can do both of those. It's gonna be 6 toughness and 8 power. They'll kill Aowen and my 4/4 if I double block. The plugin is pretty great. Do I just chump with a Kerbane? There's no way. That can't be it. I think I need to keep Kerbane so that I can turn that into a Ring Bearer to hit them for 4 a turn. That'll be the 3-turn clock. I might have to just double block here. Chump with Aowen, maybe. I don't like any of our blocks. I think I'm all in on a 3-turn Kerbane kill. So I chump with Aowen and hold on to Samwise. Well, probably should have haunted first. I do draw a card, discard a card still. Come on, please. Well, that's interesting. Two mana for Samwise, 4 mana for this. I have 4 mana up to pick whatever creature. 1 mana to return, 2 mana for Vanguard, or 3 mana for just Aowen again. I think a 2/4 looks pretty good. If I pick up the Vanguard, though, I could return the Haunt of the Dead Marshes if that's a better play than putting Samwise on board. I don't know, I like the 2/4 body, but I kind of like the mana flexibility of this. Doesn't make my army real big, but they have basically infinite 1/1s on blocks. Okay. Gotta get 2 more attacks in with Kerbane. I could just play Samwise right now. We're only going to kill one of these creatures no matter what, because they're all going to get +1/+1 with the Esquire. I mean, I feel like it's just chomp Aomer, trade with the human again. Then I can Samwise back the Vanguard for another blocker. But then the Haunt's going to be tapped. God. Could also take the 3 and try to kill Aomer if they don't have a trick. Still hate all this. Oh, reprieve the Samwise? Stop in the upkeep. Let me scry. Arena, I swear to God, if you didn't get that stop in time, I'm gonna lose my mind. Okay. Good Lord. Land, scryed away. Draw another land. Okay. Get punished by reprieve for going for Samwise instead of the Haunt. Can I survive next turn with 2 blockers up? Block. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, yeah. We go for it. On board, we survive 1 more swing. We kill them in 1 more swing. There's a Took Reaper instead of a Samwise. If I had 1 more card in my hand, I could play this land and play both of these. I think I keep Samwise over the Took Reaper so that I dodge sorcery speed removal on blocks, but if they have sorcery speed removal, they can just kill my bird and not die anyway. So I guess it doesn't matter too much either way. I mean, I just discard the land and just play 1 of these. I think just Samwise, just because dodging instant speed removal, but... Draw another card with the Errand Rider Gondor. Play a land. Not an answer to the bird. If they hadn't answered the bird, they would have gone for it. Take 2 damage on board. Oh, I don't want to play Magic anymore. I want to go home, but I am home. I want Mom to pick me up and take me home. I want to go back to my childhood. I am reverting to Babby. I can't do this anymore. How do people do this? How do people play Magic the Gathering? I miss the Shire. Yeah, how are we gonna flip around the Multi-5 when we had other games with like beautiful 7-card openers and just get crushed? On the play, turn 2 Vanguard. Yeah, Call of the Ring did a lot of work. We've got a Grand. The hand is unstoppable. Probably actually am going to play Grand on turn 4. And just bash like nobody's business. I'm cool with Vanguard for Vanguard and then having a 3/3 army. Oh, Grand's gonna do something this game. I'm gonna cast Grand on turn 4, I think. I think I'm gonna Grand before I Torment. Okay, well, if that's gonna happen... Now I kind of want to Torment, so I have a 4/4 to attack into the 2/1 and see what they're doing. Why did they have to do that? Why did they have to go and be stuck on 2 lands and play nothing? I wanted to play Grand. Combat trick, removal, 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 removal. Bats and a king. What on the actual planet? They have 2 lashes and a claim the precious? We cannot work through all this removal. Grand? As a card that's not a creature unless it's our turn is pretty sweet. Yeah, should not have looked. Yeah, I think we just get rid of Ambush, because we're going to have to find our way through 1,000 removal spells either way. So just take away their immediate play that also gains them life. And then I think we don't let the Vanguard trade happen. Because they could Vanguard trade then Lash. I guess because they have double Lash. It's actually valuable to them to Lash, sack a Vanguard, then Lash, sack a Vanguard again on another card. So the Vanguard trade's okay. Disagree? You think we keep the 2/1? It is our only other way to amass an army for Grand, so... Probably is important. For Grand reasons, I'll allow it. Lash. There's a desperate rescue, but I don't have any creatures. They've hit the Shire Terrace for the white source. They're not gonna Lash an army, right? So if we trade Vanguard into the 1/1, then we have an army for Grand to attack as a 5/5 trample next turn. Plus, if we get rid of the army, they can't sack it to Shire Sheriff. But I guess that part doesn't really matter, because then they're spending a removal spell and the army. We definitely don't Fog on the Barrow Downs. That card is horrible until they're out of lashes. I'm just going to attack. I've got a Desperate Rescue. We need to get something into the graveyard. Just attack with everybody and drop a Grand. We can rescue a Vanguard later. Uh-oh, Arena? Okay. I was going to say, it's still going down on my clock? I can't tell with the visuals there. Grand. I'm going to keep this land, because if we draw one more card to have the ring tempt us, then we might want to draw and discard. If they didn't hit a land, all they can do is claim the precious our 1/1 army to stop Grand. And then if we draw a swamp, we can just crew Grand naturally. Okay. Swamp, 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 swamp. Well, our deck is nothing if not consistent in how it draws. I don't even like this Desperate Rescue for just a Vanguard. But we have no other plays. And it gets Grand activated next turn. So we'll have the creatures on board to crew Grand. And if Vanguard dies, then we don't even have to crew Grand. Well, could also just draw that. So much for crew and Grand. Grand. Don't need to fog anybody. I've seen the clip now, I've seen the meme. I still haven't watched the movies, but I saw a YouTube video just called Grand, and it was just a clip of orcs just going, Grand, just chanting Grand over and over. Mirkwood Bats, hello. I think my opponent is dead. Pacify, trample, yeah, they're dead. Let's go, Grand. They gave me the GG, but it was not GG, it was BG. They drew poop. They drew very poorly. Polite opponent is polite. We are 4-2 now, which means we have the tiebreaker game. Believers, non-believers, put your energy into the Aether right now. Because this is the deciding game. Win or lose. This will decide who gets the channel points. But a tune with Aether's banned. It's not banned in draft, baby. That's all we play. I don't know how you got one in Lord of the Rings pack, but you know. Listen, if we lose this game, then I'm exactly 50-50 on the day, so that's not horrible. 3-3-2, 3-4-3. I feel like our first deck and our third deck were really good. Just underperforming a little bit. So I would be fine with that. This is pretty good. Our opponent's on the play, so it's not like we're going to steamroll, but it's pretty good. All we're missing is the tree. Is Easterling Vanguard or Mordor Mustard a better play on turn 2 against a 3-1? They are both great cards to trade into a 3-1. Put a little mustard on that army. I like both of these. The mustard lets us get closer to another swamp to maybe actually play Vanguard and ambush the turn after. Or on a future turn. Vanguard better. Trades leaves a creature behind, then the mustard just makes the creature bigger. They're both good. They're both good. We got one vote for mustard and one for Vanguard, and somebody said put a little mustard on that army, which would imply that we want to play the Vanguard first so that it trades off and makes an army, and then we add mustard to the army. So I'm going to take that as 2 votes for Vanguard and 1 for mustard. We just AO win, right? They're mono white right now? You skeptical playing AO win? It's all white mana, so it's not like they can just put it back in our hand and make it and draw a card. I guess they could combat trick and kill our Vanguard here. I could just not attack, but because Vanguard dies into a 1-1, if they spend the combat trick on Vanguard, we're Gucci. If they attack, we obviously just don't block with Eowyn, but having an Eowyn on board forces them to have some kind of combat trick to declare an attack in the first place. Red-white, alright. Rally at the Hornbird, get some 1/1s. You have 2 copies of +1/+3? I mean, what could they... For double white, I don't think anything kills Eowyn, right? Maybe something does. Maybe they have nothing. That was fast. Maybe they're just like, Jesus, take the wheel. Look at all these black cards with our one swamp. I don't actually know what I even do when I can only do one thing. Like, Call the Ring is so slow to set it up. Well, yeah, I'm definitely going to Vigilance the 2/4. But yeah, we attack first, we get to keep Ambush if they do have the +1/+3. I guess they don't. What on earth? What on earth? I'm just gonna play some Mustard because it's fun. And it might hit me another swamp, and then I can play 2 spells. Yes! Yes! Thank you, Mustard. You like passing, just holding up Ambush? Be fine. This is fine too. Could lash this thing, sacking a Vanguard to get another army, or I could just spend 5 on it. I'm at 10 life against Boros. I don't think I'm shooting myself just yet. Ooh, Haunt of the Dead Marshes is a really good draw. Thanks to double black, I can play that and sack that instead to kill Eomer, but then I can't bring it back because I don't have triple black. True, Eowyn's a solid ring bearer. Not sure what I actually do here. I'm not drawing a card and discarding a card off the ring bearer yet, so I don't think I'm too worried about attacking with the army. Okay. Yeah, I think I need to hold up Ambush. So we lose the army here. Yeah, a big part of sacking the army there is that the Vanguard's going to spit out another one in the future. So this grinds out as many individual creatures as possible to block as many aggressive red-white dorks as possible. That card is really a bummer. Because if we kill that, they get an army replacement. And now I don't get to do anything this turn. Alright, Eowyn is a sweet ring bearer. Ooh. I can cast that and hold up the thingy. Makes it a 4/4 ring bearer, so they can chump with... I guess they could block with Rider and these things. Well... Actually, no, it's a 4/5, so they'd have to block with all 3 of those, and then I could combat trick them, but then I don't have the trick for the War Beast. But then I trade a 4/5 into the War Beast. I want to play the Flowering. I want to do it. It's awkward. They can blow it up with Westfall Rider. They've been able to blow up the Call of the Ring too, so we've got a bunch of options to clear out a 3/1. These play fine as just 2 mana, get a little bit of extra damage in, and blow up a Westfold Rider. Westfold Rider. Grand, I'm kind of Kind of interested in discarding Grand, to be honest. Because then I can play a land and have ambush and eat the food. Then it's easier to do haunt things in the future. Discard the haunt? That's actually very true. That is so much smarter. I'm a doofus. We discard the elf and then just play the land to bring back the elf if we don't play an instant. You hit me with the big duh. Oh, right. Grand. Grand remains. No blocks. Let's go. 4 damage. I am going to play this land so I can bring back the haunt if I don't play any tricks. We're probably playing a trick here, though. We're at 10. Just a Grand kind of day. Rohirrim Lancer, we know that our opponent probably doesn't have any lands in hand, unless they top decked one this turn, because they just went 5-drop, 5-drop, didn't put any lands. But they could be keeping them to draw and discard. Feels like it's all action, though, which is stressful. Alright, cool. We kill the 3-1 with our flowering of the white tree. Sorry, tree. Oh, they did draw land, so they're down to 2 cards left. A rally! Oh, my lord. Uh-huh. Okay. Well, is there any way to kill them on the crackback? I don't think so. If I Desperate Rescue, that's an extra 3 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 from ambush, but I can't live without ambushing, right? 2, 3, 4. I guess I live without ambushing. Then I bring back the haunt. I could eat the 5-4, but I can kill them on the crackback if they don't have another creature. That might be greedy. I'm gonna get greedy with it, though. One for that, one for that. Yeah, I just need 2 mana, right? Because this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 damage, plus 1 from ambush, plus 3 from the ring bearer. Yeah. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ambush for 8. Gain a little bit of life to maybe not die on the crackback if they do have a trick. And there's a fog to maybe not die on the crackback if they do have a trick. I'm not going to discard Grand. I want to be polite to chat. Okay. 5 and 2. Believers rejoice. That's a 5-win run, and no matter what happens, we have won more games than we lost today in the Mythic queues. Guaranteed, even if I lose the next game. You want the second ambush now? I told us ambush is legit. Ambush is legit. There's that call, the ring again. I guess we've got a Samwise to make a ring bearer and then draw a card. Because we can play the call, then we can flash in the Samwise. Turn 3. I'm just going to go for stupid lines now. I'm happy with how things have gone so far, so I think we can do stupid things at this point. And then Grand. Yeah, big ring-bearing Samwise. Pay 4, draw 2. Pay 4, draw 2. Pay 4, draw 2. Uh-oh. No! Pay 0, draw 0? Because I can't choose a ring bearer, so I can't draw the card. Well. Well. This hand's getting a little worrisome. I'm scared. I don't know about y'all, but this could be bad. I've got Grand. We're good. Grand can't crew itself, though. Alright, Gorebag. Hey, that's a 4-drop. Do I play Grand first and then Torment and then Grand is active next turn? I like having a 2/2 blocker immediately for Gorebag. I'm just going to Torment. Oh. I would rather not play against Smog. Smog sounds scary. They can have a Trebuchet, though. I should probably trade into this thing so they don't keep getting things. They just have one card that they drew blind now. Although if I lose this, then I don't get to draw a card. But I take 4 a turn from Gorebag plus other thing. I get to keep Grand active without crewing it by keeping this army. I just really don't want to get beaten down. I'm just going to trade. Stop the boulders. Like, every creature we play for the rest of the game is going to be a level 4 ring bearer, so if we survive, every creature in our deck is going to be scary. So let's just stop the immediate damage and survive. We're about to have a level 4 ring bearer Troll of Khazad-dûm if they don't have removal for it, which is terrifying. A 6/5 that has to be triple blocked, makes them sacrifice everything that blocked it, deals 3 extra damage if it hits them. It's so nasty. Here's the muster so that the mustard, my apologies. Here's the mustard. Gonna slap some mustard on Grand real quick. Desperate rescue, but there's no creatures in my grave, which is hilarious. Cool. I'm having a great time this game. I'm having a swell time. Yeah, they're just gonna scoop them up. They only have 4 power to block Grand. They can't block the troll and it's gonna deal 9. That was nasty. We're 6-2. We're heading into a final boss. Final game of Magic for the draft, win or lose. We're getting tons of gems. Let's go. God, no. Why does the final boss have to be such a final boss? NCAA? NCAA, I think, maybe not the number one, but one of the highest win rate grinders on Magic Arena. Lives, breathes, sleeps limited, drafts incredibly well, usually drafts super aggressive, streamlined strategies that are hard to survive against. I don't think I can mulligan this. We've got a 2-drop into a 3-drop. Yeah. I don't think there's a more NCAA card than Esquire of the King. Yeah, NCAA is probably streaming right now. But yeah, you expect when you're playing against NCAA like a turn 1 Esquire of the King kind of curve. He's not. Oh my god, now a Boromir. So give Indestructible. Had a 10-hour stream today and then still playing. Turn 4 is going to be really good. Aowen plus ambush. I think I Kerbane right now. Because then I've got a really good target for Desperate Rescue lined up. I think I'm going for a double block and trading for like a 1-mana trick. I guess a 1-mana trick would have been an attack with the Esquire as well. Alright, I can play either of these and hold up the ambush. More bird is probably better, yeah. For right now. And then Aowen's really good once we can like vigilance up the orc. For now, I think I am holding the orc on blocks. Because we've got a lot of really good grindiness in this deck in general. Stalwarts of Osgiliath, that's a good grindy card. Keeps getting bigger as they draw discard cards. This makes it a 2/3, right? So it would be a trade, but I think I'm fine with that just to get it out of the way. Yeah. I'm going to 2-for-1 myself here, because I've got a Desperate Rescue for the Kerbane. I'm just going to get Boromir out of here. Would love to hit land 5 to exile the Stalwarts, but we can still... It doesn't have Vigilance, so we can exile it after it attacks. Can Desperate Rescue the Kerbane, play it and attack with the Orc. Take 1 hit from Stalwarts, then exile it to banish. Plenty of other lines we could take, but I'm pretty happy with that one. Yeah, and then Aowen's going to be super nasty with this. I think I'm just on Trump mode with the Kerbane, so I don't need to hold the other one up. Vanguard feels the weakest out of all these. But maybe it's Golem, since Golem can come back from grave later. Lash the 6/6 is definitely good. Okay. 5 mana, I can play Golem and banish this thing. So I shall. Uruk-hai Berserker, level 2. Means the Esquire gets through, draws a card, discards a card. Which is very good. We're at 10, but we've got a food. Got a troll if I hit 1 more mana. You can play Aowen and still eat the food, so... Play Aowen. I am perfectly happy to have a Ring Bearer off of Golem, so I think I Vigilance and let them trade if they want to. So that I can get a Ring Bearer? Maybe not. It's probably better to first strike and just pressure. Because I'm not going to draw and discard this turn anyway. I'm just going to mill 1 if I draw a discard. Because I'm going to want to keep the troll most likely. Ring Bearer does make it more likely to draw my land next turn. Doesn't help on the current attack. They're going to combat trick Aowen here, or try to combat trick me to death. Both of those are spooky. I'm at practically 13 here. So I think I don't attack. Or I don't block. Torment of Golem the Troll away. So I could Swamp Cycle it, I guess, so that I still have a card here. But then I don't get to eat the food right now. But I can still eat it next turn. I guess that's probably worth it. Unless we draw like another 6 mana card, but I don't have another 6 mana card. Call of the Ring, okay. So if they block Eowyn, they take 5 and go to 1. If they block Golem, they take 4, go to 2. I think it's just first strike Golem, attack all. Because they have to chump. And they're cracking back for 4 on board, and I'll be at 9 life. Maybe it's Vigilance Eowyn and just don't attack with Golem to be super safe. Because then Call of the Ring to get a level 4 Ring Bearer. We'll be a level 3. It's probably overly safe, but I'm going to go Vigilance Eowyn here. It puts them dead in 2 turns still. Right, I just attack with 2 flyers and they die if they don't chump here. Okay, they do chump. Oh no! Ambush? Oh no! Oh my god. Well, that played nightmarishly bad. Yeah, an ambush would have hosed any of our potential attacks. Golem letting the ring tempt us when it dies is pretty good, because then we'll be at level 4 next turn. So we can swing for 4 with 1 Crabane. But they're going to eat a food for 3 more life, so it's not going to be a 1-turn kill. We have to top deck something. But we should have a Ring Bearer on board to draw a card and discard a card next turn. Because Golem's going to leave the battlefield one way or the other here. More likely than not. Send in the team it is. Yeah, 100%. I'm going to block Berserker. It's just way too likely that they draw into a creature and drop one. Then we'll have a level 4 Crabane, which kills them in 2 turns still, not 1 turn. Because of their freaking food. Discard a Crabane? NCAA's hand is busted. Okay, so we probably lose unless we top deck like a champion if NCAA's over there discarding a Crabane. Big yikes. Do I shoot myself in the face at this point? Trying to draw into, like, something? What do you think? I could shoot myself in the face twice. What can we draw to make it lethal next turn? Haunt of the Dead. Shelob's Ambush, Flowering of the White Tree. There's 2 instant lethal draws, that's it. Top deck Ambush doesn't kill? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, it's a 1 damage off because they're at 7. Oh my god, I still don't have a second white source. We can't even cast Flowering. Yeah, I don't have a lot of ways to insta-lethal off the top, so I probably shouldn't. If I hit Plains Flowering, then it's pretty good. Desperate Rescue. The Westfold Rider can blow up the Call of the Ring then. And they level up the Ring Bearer. And that way we don't have a level 4 Ring Bearer. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. And then the last card in hand must be the card to get lethal. Next attack. Because I am going to be at 6, which isn't nothing. We'll have Golem up as a blocker for the non-ring bearer. Yeah, I'm gonna swap Kerbane out for a Golem, I'm pretty sure. After attacks, after we draw a card, discard a card. That way I could send in both and then still hold a blocker up. Just turn a tapped Kerbane into an untapped Golem. Got a Mordor Muster too. Okay, Mordor Muster is a chump blocker for the ring bearer. That's... okay. I mean, we probably keep both. Because it costs 3 mana to return Golem to hand and play it, and 2 to play Muster, so that's what we're going to do. I think I need the 6th land. And this way, when Golem trades off on blocks, we will have a level 4 Ring Bearer again. Oh, now I have a Took Reaper I could play too? Don't even need to play Golem now, because Took Reaper also moves the ring around when it dies. So I could just play Took Reaper and not sack a creature this turn. Yeah, it's a nuts draw. That's basically exactly what I was going to do with Golem anyway. What does NCAA have? No idea. A card that's better than Kerbane, yeah. Well, it kept the Desperate Rescue to blow up our call with the Westfold Rider. So we know that. Yeah, Golem is worse too, because Golem is high enough power to not be able to block the Ring Bearer. Took Reaper can actually trade with the Ring Bearer if they attack with Esquire of the King as well. If they don't attack with Esquire, then they can just buff the Ring Bearer after blocks. Berserker, a level 4 Ring Bearer is a big game. Put it on the Esquire of the King. Pass the turn. I don't like this Mustard very much, but I guess I could sack the 1/1, play a 3/1 Golem, and make a new 1/1. Oh yeah! Sack Took Reaper to Golem, and we're level 4, and then we attack in the sky. 100%, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. Go for it. Alright. Oh my god. That was a hard fought 7-2 run. What a draft. What a draft. That was at least 3 hours too, wasn't it? That was at least half the stream. And that means it's a good record on the day. Great record on the day. 3-3 into 2-3. That's 5-6. Add 7 wins. That's 12-6. Add 2 losses. 12-8. Not bad. I'll take 12-8 for today. Take another look at the deck, because that was crazy. It was a fun deck too, because we got to play with a bunch of cards you don't play that often. We got to play around with Call of the Ring. That card was pretty busted, pretty absurd. Flowering of the White Tree did do some things. Was a lot better than I thought it was. Golem was ridiculous, the Kerbanes were ridiculous, but those are cards you get to play with more often. Eowyn was phenomenal. Big fan of Eowyn. Banish from Adoris put in a lot of work. And Shalob's Ambush was a huge overperformer. This card was incredibly important in several games for both ourselves and our opponents. This card just kept showing up and doing work. Biggest underperformers, Fog on the Barrow Downs. I completely despise this card, but I think there was at least one game where it did find lethal. We did pacify a thing and then hit in for lethal, but there were some games where it was pretty bad. Lash was great. The Rescue was a little bit of an underperformer because I'm used to it being just really good. But we did have multiple games today where we had like a Desperate Rescue in hand, and then our graveyard was like Mordor Musters and Torment of Golems, and not actual creatures. So Desperate Rescue worked a little awkwardly. Grond was Grond. Grond is a living meme, an enigma. Some games Grond is busted. Some games you just never crew Grond. But Grond is Grond, so Grond stays, Grond remains. Alright, well, that was fun. That was a great draft. 2,200 gems, 6 packs, some good stuff. But yeah, that was super fun. Definitely would like to do this again sometime, and I don't really have a stream schedule, but when I've got the time, I'm loving the set. I'm having fun streaming it with you all, so I will be streaming again on Twitch at some point. Soon, TM. We'll see. But thanks everybody for watching. If you want to watch more Magic right now, you can check out the YouTube channel as always, or you can stick around and join the raid. But that's going to do it for me.